This is Boxing Talk 8576 coming at you. I recently listened to my guy Zone 6 video that he want Keith Thurman to fight Errol Spence, and he's pushing for that fight, and he had a breakdown of the fight. But this is my thoughts on it, and then my breakdown of the fight. I would like to see Keith Thurman fight Errol Spence right away. Like, I heard in the interview Errol Spence said that he wanted to get the IBF title first, and then he wants to fight Keith Thurman. And I don't know for sure, but I think Kell Brook vacated the IBF title, and Errol Spence will have someone for them to. I would rather him fight for it than them just to give him the IBF title. And in that case, if he fights someone else, I have no problem with him fighting someone else, getting the title, and then fighting Keith Thurman. I don't have no problem with that. And then, Keith Thurman can get a title off of him instead of him fighting Keith Thurman. They had the IBF title vacant, and then they fight for a vacant title, including Keith Thurman title, WBA title. I would like to see Keith Thurman actually have a body with the title and beat the guy with the title, then to fight for a vacant belt. But at any rate, yeah, I want to see that fight next. I would like to see that fight. I would like to see it next. I have no problem with seeing it next. But if Errol Spence wanted to fight somebody else and then get the belt, okay, that's fine too. And then fight Keith Thurman after that, that's fine. But my breakdown of the fight is, when I go down their attributes and things that they do well in the ring, is Keith Thurman, to me, is a better mover in the ring. I don't see, it being close of who's the better mover in the ring. Keith Thurman throw nice combinations. They both throw nice combinations. Errol Spence mixes his combinations with upstairs and downstairs. Keith Thurman goes to the body very well too. I know a lot of people look at Errol Spence as going to the body well, but man, Keith Thurman put guys down to the body. I seen plenty of his fights, his earlier fights. Everybody know the Diego Chavez fight, the Kermit Cintron fight, that he put a guy down to the body. He has put guys down to the body. He has a knack for hitting that button, that liver shot. Some people do go to the body, but then it's like accumulation of them going to the body before they break their guy down. Keith Thurman has a knack for hitting that button, hitting that liver right on the button that drops you. And to me, he goes to the body very well too. It's not just accumulation of body punches. It's that he goes to the body and he hits the button at the right time. But Errol Spence goes to the body very well too. So I give him, they even on going to the body. When it comes to punching power, yes, Errol Spence has a higher knockout ratio, but Errol Spence has not stepped up in competition, in my opinion. He has not stepped up in competition. And once you step up in competition, unless you like a Mike Tyson or something like that, your punching power percentage goes down, that you're going to knock guys out, because you're going to fight guys that know how to protect themselves, guys that has better training, better fighters overall, and just your knockout percentage is just going to go down. I know Errol Spence knockout percentage is like 85, 86, and Keith Thurman's knockout percentage is like 70-something% or 70%, something like that. It has went down over the last couple years with fighting guys that don't really get knocked out. At the time, Bundu was a guy that didn't get stopped. He was undefeated when Keith Thurman fought him. He fought Guerrero. Guerrero do not, get knocked down. He got knocked down by Keith Thurman. So he had fought some people that have pretty good chins, Collazo, guys like that. So, and Sean Porter. So his knockout percentage took a hit. But I give the edge of knockout power to Keith Thurman. I think he's a more explosive knockout power puncher. I think he's I think he can knock guys out on the move too. See, Keith Thurman just don't have stationary power. I think Errol Spence power is more stationary. Not Kell Brook, but Keith Thurman power is more. He got stationary power and he has motion power. That means motion means he can fight. He can knock you down and hurt you moving backwards or forward. But I think it's going to come down to Keith Thurman just being the better overall fighter. Errol Spence going to the body, yes, he goes to the body a lot, but going to the body against a guy like Keith Thurman when you can get countered up top can be very, very dangerous. And I can see Errol Spence trying to go to the body until he gets countered up top, and then I can see him being hesitant of going to the body against Keith Thurman. But him going to the body, to me, will be his detriment against a guy like Keith Thurman. I think he will get hurt, and he will most probably get stopped. Because Errol Spence, he's not a body puncher that sees an opening and just take the body shot when he sees the opening. He actually has integrated the body punching in his overall style. So he's not going to just not go to the body because he's fighting Keith Thurman. He's going to go to the body because that's his overall makeup. That's his muscle memory. And he's going to get countered a whole lot against Keith Thurman. Either he's going to stop punching it to the body, or he's going to get stopped trying to go to Keith Thurman's body, because Keith Thurman, which has showed that he could take a great body shot, because he has taken some great body shots against Colazo, Porter, guys like that. He has taken some really good body shots. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know a lot of people saying he can't take body shots, but I never seen him take a knee. I never seen him lose to somebody going to the body, hitting him with a body shot. I seen him suck it up and actually take the body shots that other people, to me, would have went down to the body. But he weathered the storm. He weathered that hematoma he had on his forehead versus Guerrero. So he's been tested. His fiber, his toughness was tested in the ring, and he passed 3 or 4 times with flying colors. Errol Spence has not been tested. He has not had to show his gall, his heart, his guts yet. And being in the ring with Keith Thurman and your first time having to show your guts and your fiber can be detrimental. That could be your first loss, because a guy like Keith Thurman won't let you off the hook if you get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be a good fight. I just believe Keith Thurman will take over in the later rounds. To me, either unanimous decision with Errol Spence having some really good moments in the fight, or a late round stoppage. And I'm leaning towards a late round stoppage around 10 or 11. 9, 10, or 11. Somewhere up in there. But I don't think it's a ATG fight for Keith Thurman if he wins, because I don't hold, at this moment in Spence's career, I don't hold him up there as a great fighter, because he hasn't proven a lot to me. I know a lot of people hold him already up there as the #1 welterweight and all that, but he hasn't even proven to be the #1 welterweight. In my opinion, he has not fought the guys that's going to give him the status of #1 welterweight. So to me, it'll just be a really good win for Keith Thurman, but it's not a fight where I'm going to say, oh, Keith Thurman is, is a great fighter because he beat Errol Spence. Errol Spence is not the guy that's going to put him at greatest status. He's just one of the building blocks that he can build on, that Keith Thurman can build on with the win as being a great fighter, down the road. But it's a really good fight. I want to see it. I got Keith Thurman winning the fight by a late round stoppage. Let me know what you think. This is Fight to Talk 8576. I'm out.